Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Mr. Godwin Obaseki was the brain box and engine room of my government for 8 years. Adams Oshiomhole. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time we're reaching you today. We want to say thank you very much for ever being so supportive, for your continuous patience being there. And most of you that leave comments, like us, those of you who have not subscribed, this will be a good time to do so. We seriously and sincerely appreciate you all. God bless you. Well, these are the words of Adams Oshiomhole, who said with his own mouth, not being reported by an aide or somebody else. He said, and I quote, Godwin Obaseki was the brain box and engine room of my government for the 8 years I was in office. That is Adams Oshiomhole 4 years ago, precisely 2016, when he was showcasing Governor Godwin Obaseki to the people of Edo State, telling them that they have a credible candidate in the person of Governor Godwin Obaseki, a man who will make sure that administration will stop of the works in his administration, a man who will make the Edo State people feel the impact of democracy. These are the words of Governor Godwin, the words of Adams Oshiomhole to the people of Edo State. He said, you might not know him. Yes, I know you might not know him. Say, but this man, he's a good person. He does not seek publicity. He's a man of a very few words, but he speaks diligently. He's a man who is there just making sure things are done decently in order in the background. He said, I present to you Governor Godwin Obaseki. I present to you then Obaseki. And the people of Edo State say, you know what? Let's take a chance on this man. 4 years on, they have seen that they had not made a mistake and we want to elect him back. But guess what? The status quo has changed. And Oshiomhole wants to retrace those words he said. People of Edo State said, no, we are not confused people. And we know exactly what we are saying. How can we trust you if you are speaking from both sides of the mouth and you are telling us that this same person was the person who was the brain box for your administration? Anyway, let's get onto the news and hear all that is being said and all the details. Let's get on. Mr. Godwin Obaseki was the brain box and engine room of my government for 8 years. Adams Oshiomhole. One is lost in thought, wondering what could have turned such a brilliant Governor Godwin Obaseki into a stupid person and a snake, according to Adams Oshiomhole, in less than 4 years. A man, he said, was the engine room and brain box of his administration. Oshiomhole said, I succeeded in office because I have people like Governor Godwin Obaseki staying with me and making sure that my administration did not see shame. When a man speaks from two sides of the mouth, that kind of man should be avoided like a plague. Oshiomhole should have told all the Sandra and what has happened between him and Governor Godwin Obaseki. Maybe Edo people would have listened and see sense of what he's trying to say. He told the Edo people 4 years ago that the 8 years he had in office, the success and why his administration was a peaceful one and people felt the impact of his administration was because Governor Godwin Obaseki was the brain box. Why working with him is that the way the man worked attracted him to his personality. If I may ask now, what happened to Obaseki's intelligence in the last 4 years? What happened to the brain box? In decent climate, Adams Oshiomhole, after counting and saying he is the best person ever, is now retracing his steps. Well, after the courts removed him as national chairman of APC, he should have resigned from politics as well from his immature and persistent wanting to be a godfather at all costs. Has he forgotten all that was said about him in APC, global national candidate, the man of God? He said the man of God was not a man of God after all, but a cheat and someone who took the Bible because he had no other option. Pastor Osage Ize Iyamo was the candidate candidate of the People Democratic Party in 2016, some 3.5 years ago. If he had forgotten, we have not. We remember. We see his feeble apology to the people of Edo State over his character and the character deformation of the person of Ize Iyamu, for what he said was just a political talk. You cannot speak from both sides of the mouth and expect people to trust you. Oshiomhole daily unveiled himself as an untrustworthy person. One considering his utterance will say he's not a man to be trusted. If he must tender any apology, it should come from the plea. It should come as plea to God to forgive him the unbridled use of his tongue to lie and to manipulate and disintegrate and deformate the character deformation he had on the person Osage Ize Iyamu. There is a limit to engineering and campaign talk. Truth is scarce, and people want people of integrity at the end of the day. We can play politics, but above all, we cannot have fear of God. That is the worst we can ever do. Adams Oshiomhole should actually have the fear of God and ask for forgiveness, first of all, from the Almighty, and sincerely tell the Edo people the truth behind why he's a double-mouthed person and someone that cannot be trusted. Asking for grace from the state will make the sons and daughters of Edo State see him as a credible person rather than a liar, which is in the lips of every Edo man and woman today. Well, you've heard it all. They said Adams Oshiomhole is a liar, not someone to be trusted, not someone who can be relied upon based on what he has said. It is no longer a news that 4 years ago Adams Oshiomhole came to the good people of Edo State and proposed a candidate that they've not really known politically. He came and told the people that Godwin Obaseki, is a man he has worked with, a man to be trusted, a man of integrity. He said the success of his administration was one God and hugely hangs on the back of Governor Godwin Obaseki. He's a man that does not seek publicity. He doesn't go to the face of the newspaper or say to the people, I have done this. He said Governor Godwin Obaseki is one person he will never forget the way he supported him and helped his administration to be what it is and the success at the end of the day. But guess what? Things fell apart and Governor Godwin Obaseki and Oshiomhole became arch enemy in the sense that Adams Oshiomhole says the same Governor Godwin Obaseki, who was the best candidate, the man of the people, a man that Edo State should embrace, is the same person is trying to castigate and tell the people of Edo State, you cannot work with him. He's not a good person. He did not complete projects. Seriously, truly, really, people know you. Even a child of 10-year-old now know this tale already in Benin City, Edo State at large. Everyone knows exactly what is going on. How can you tell children? How can you confuse them? 4 years ago, you are coming back again to tell them something else. Then the children will be thoroughly confused because they don't know who to believe on how to go about because you have given them what is called confusion. At the end of the day, you cannot be trusted. At the end of the day, you cannot be looked upon to say you are a leader or a father figure. And people can say, let us trust him and embrace him. He gives clear-cut direction of leadership. Edo State, the ball is in your court at the end of the day. Choose and choose wisely. A man of integrity, a man you can trust. It doesn't matter if it is Godwin Obaseki. It doesn't matter if it is Pastor Osage Ize Iyamu. Who do you feel? Are you confident will be the person to take you to where it really matters? Because of this, Governor Godwin Obaseki had to leave. Governor Godwin Obaseki had to leave APC because he unduly we just reported the news where Governor Godwin Obaseki was speaking that the person of Buhari did not even know what was going on in the administration. He did not know that Adams Oshiomhole's wrath would go so far as to disqualify him. Buhari, those are part of the issues and part of the instances where Buhari said, if this man can be so, vengeful and unforgiving, he is not worthy to continue as the national chairman, as we have found out that those were part of the things which led to, Oshiomhole's removal and why NWC was disbanded, because they felt since you are somebody in this capacity and forgiveness is not in your dictionary, you may not as well be able to lead the people adequately, consistently, and the person of Buhari moved the motion to dissolve the NWC. Well, that is what we have today, and they are saying to Governor Godwin Obaseki, continue with your work. At the end of the day, the election is in September 19 precisely, when Edo will decide who will be their governor. Who will you pick? Who will be the man who will lead you? The ball is in your court. Choose wisely. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Have a good day. Bye for now.